In this tutorial, I will show you how to set up your own AR project. To get started, you need to have an active MPskin subscription and be the owner of the account. Sub-users are currently not allowed to create AR projects in order to avoid unauthorized account charges. First, navigate to the AR tab and create a new AR project. At the top of the page, you will see a step-by-step guide on how to enable AR. For the activation, you first need to purchase the Matter Pack of the respective space in the Matterport backend. Once the Matter Pack is ready, we can select the space. Note that AR is always enabled per space, not per skin. This means that you can create as many different skins as you like with just one AR activation. After clicking Next, the AR subscription page will load. Here you will see an overview of the space size and pricing. The price will be adjusted based on the number of visits purchased. The base price always refers to 1,000 monthly visits of the AR tour and is multiplied for every 1,000 additional visits. The Visits Overage option allows you to automatically purchase an additional 1,000 visits after the initial number of visits is exhausted. You can choose between monthly or annual billing, depending on your needs. This also means that you can activate and deactivate your AR project on a monthly basis. For example, if you have a project that will only be active for certain months of the year. If you opt for annual payment, you save 17%, or 2 months. For projects that are over 10,000 square meters or require over 10,000 monthly visits, please send us a pricing inquiry, as a special rate will be applied. Finally, make sure you keep the 14-day trial period active. It's always enabled by default and allows you to test your AR project before being charged. 2 days before the trial expires, you will receive a reminder email so that you can cancel the trial before you are being charged. Once all the settings are ready, we can activate the project. Back in the AR tab, you can see the progress of the AR generation. This process may take anywhere from 30 minutes to a few hours, depending on the size of your space. Our example space here was ready after about an hour. Now we are ready to get started. Let's have a look at some of the skin settings. In general, after enabling AR, all your existing tour content, tags, virtual staging elements, menu and so on will be visible in AR. You do not need to set up content specifically for AR. However, if you're starting with a brand new skin, having a menu in the skin is crucial for the AR tour. This is because the Wayfinder is launched by clicking on either a tag or deep link from the menu. The menu setup itself is the same as for any regular skin. You can choose your own style and layout and add media or text content of your choice. The menu is displayed the same way both in the browser and in AR. You can opt for either tags or deep links or both to facilitate the wayfinding. When a user clicks on a tag or deep link in the menu, the Wayfinder launches and displays the fastest path to the selected destination. Once a skin is enabled for AR, you can access the AR tab within the skin. There you will find the AR Editor. The AR Editor allows you to place blockers in the tour. The Wayfinder will not navigate where blockers are placed. This allows you to either block entire areas or create a predetermined path for the Wayfinder. AR blockers can also be used to fix certain problems the Wayfinder might have. For example, if there is a gap in the mesh on a certain floor, the Wayfinder might try to lead users through the ceiling. This can be fixed by placing a large, flat AR blocker between floors, leaving out a gap where the stairs are. We recommend placing an AR blocker between all floors, as holes in the mesh are common, especially in larger rooms, and can cause problems for the wayfinding. Another tool in the AR editor is the nav area. It allows you to activate certain paths for the wayfinder. This can be used, for example, for narrow stairs, paths, or holes in the mesh that the wayfinder does not recognize as a walkable path. Finally, you can use AR teleports to create additional navigation paths that otherwise would not be available. The main use case for this is to include elevators in the wayfinding. Simply place AR teleport objects at the entrance and the exit of the elevator and connect them by selecting a target object. Under Share, AR URL, you will find several QR codes for your AR tour, as well as standard URL links. The URL links can be used to create your own custom QR code. For example, if your client wants a custom design that includes a logo. The default QR codes are shown below. There is a QR code for each language selected, as well as a generic QR code that allows users to select their language of choice in the AR Player app. Under QR codes with start position, you can generate QR codes that contain information about the location of the QR code. You can click on any point in the tour to generate a corresponding QR code. These codes will recognize any start point within 5 to 10 meters of the selected sweep point, so it does not need to be scanned at the exact location of the sweep. We recommend using these QR codes instead of the general ones, because they significantly reduce the time it takes for the AR player to recognize the start position of the tour. This is especially useful for large rooms. With a general QR code, the larger the room, the longer it will take the AR player to recognize the location where the QR code was scanned. Especially for larger spaces, reducing the space size to a minimum is very beneficial. By deleting unnecessary scan points, the cost of your AR project will be a lot lower. To do this, you need to load your space into the Capture app and delete any scan points that will not be needed for AR. This is an example space of a hotel. Wayfinding in this space will be limited to hallways and public areas that all hotel guests can use. I will start by deleting just a few scans on the ground floor area. By pressing and holding the scan point, I can select multiple scan points at once to be deleted. After deleting the extra scan points, we continue with trimming the mesh. Now I'm moving on to the upper floors. Since guests only need to be navigated to their rooms, I can delete all scan points inside the rooms themselves. For each room, I leave only one scan point, which is located directly behind the room entrance. After deleting all unnecessary scan points, I can re-upload the space to Matterport. In my example, the deletion of the extra scans has reduced the space size by almost 50%. This is a great way to not only reduce your costs, but also to create a smaller space that will run smoother on all devices. For more tips and tricks on the best ways to set up your own AR project, make sure you check out the AR guide on our website.